Welcome to the City Center Podcast. I'm Jerry Marcello. The city of West Palm Beach has over 1,700 employees, all doing jobs that keep the city running smoothly. They are here to help residents with city-related tasks and requests, and they are experts at what they do. But the list of departments they work for is long and can be confusing. How can residents find the right person to talk to about their particular need? How can they follow up? And when will they know when the problem has been solved? There's a new and very powerful online tool that helps to answer those questions. It's called WPB Key, a platform for residents to actively engage with the city to answer questions and respond to a wide variety of needs. To talk about WPB Key and all that it does, we have Charlotte Wright, Community Building and Engagement Coordinator. Charlotte, welcome.
Thank you, Jerry.
Listen, what were the challenges that gave rise to the development of WPB Key?
Well, I know our community is already very familiar with our 822-2222 number. Well, what gave rise to this is we've had residents that have been so passionate about their community and have identified things that have been of challenges in their community, but getting the information to the right department in a timely manner has been challenging, both internal and external. We're very sensitive to the timeline of our community, and we truly want our residents to truly understand that the city has their best interest at heart. So WPB Key was created so that they can participate in the process of getting their issue resolved.
Would you describe WPB Key as an app, or is it an overall system with an app? How would you describe it?
Well, Jerry, it's both.
Okay.
WPB Key is an app that you can download on your phone, but you can also find that app on the website. So if you're home or at your office, you have the leisure of using it that way. But if you're out and about experiencing and enjoying all of the wonderful things of West Palm Beach, then you have it on your app, and you can go right on your app in the area that you are and go ahead and report it at that time as well.
Okay, you mentioned reporting. So this gives some examples of what WPB Key or a resident using WPB Key might do. Would they be reporting potholes or what?
That's a great example, Jerry. So what I share is our community internally, our workers, my coworkers, work diligently and work hard every day. But the way that it is set up internally, they are out and about taking care of the community based on the jobs that have come in. We, on the other hand, that are out and about and seeing the wonderful things in the city of West Palm Beach, we might identify a pothole that didn't get attention yet because our wonderful workers are dealing with a pothole on another side of the city.
Right.
But because I saw it on Tuesday, I can now take a picture, download that picture, create a ticket, so now it becomes a part of the timeline of services that need to be rendered.
Gotcha. So you are able to notice something or ask for some assistance, and you can submit a request. Now, a lot of times people will say, well, I called in and it just sort of goes away and I never hear anything back. Is that the case with WPB Key, or is there some way to get information back?
Oh, Jerry, what's so wonderful about WPB Key, it creates a ticket. Once you submit and you do all of the steps that are required, it creates a ticket for you. So now this ticket has a number, and what I use is this ticket now has a heartbeat.
Okay.
It will, based on what the issue is, and there's a drop down depending on what your issue is, it walks you through step by step of what to do. Because you entered it, they now have your email address. You will now get updates on what happens with where that is in the programming or where that is in the service line up in a timely manner. What I like so much about it is now that you have a ticket and a ticket number, it now has an identity and a timeline to follow. And that's what's so wonderful about it. So now what we are slowly but surely resolving is when our residents call and say, well, I call this department, call that department, they're able to see in timeline and by email an update of what's happening with that particular ticket. So if for any reason I called it in yesterday, I can look today or maybe Wednesday and I'll see a note from that department that says received, been recorded, allow 2 to 3 days before another update. This way, as the resident, I now can say, oh, they see me, they heard me, it's identified, and you can see the timeline as it is being taken care of.
That is super important. The idea that you can sort of track your request through the system and see where it stops and see how long it might take before it's processed is really valuable, because how many times have we reached out into the darkness and made a request, and then we're not sure where it went or how it goes. So that's a really big step forward for WPB Key. That's fantastic. Is there things, just to avoid confusion, are there things that it doesn't do? Is there things that people really do need to either pick up the phone or come into City Hall that WPB Key isn't involved with?
Well, WPB Key cannot fix a 911. So when we talk about our police department and when we talk about our fire department, it won't handle any of those type of issues.
That's
so
really important.
You don't put a ticket in for those. Those are immediate, so we'll not take care of those. But what I also want our community to understand, that when you do put in a ticket, it might not be handled that same day. We want our community to understand it now creates a timeline. It creates a ticket. Our workers are diligently working on the entire city of West Palm Beach. And it might take a minute or two to get back to your particular issue. And we definitely want to make sure that our residents understand that. The other thing that I definitely want to emphasize is this is not, WPB Key is not about if you see a crayon mark on the wall and the like. We really want our community to use it for things that can harm the community or can harm your car and the like, so that we can get to those things easier. The other thing that WPB Key cannot handle are situations that are not city-owned. For example, there are poles that are in the city of West Palm Beach that might be owned by FPL. Or there are issues or other concerns that might be in the city of West Palm, but it's a county issue. So the ticket will not resolve county or non-city issues, but there will be a note put into WPB Key to share that with the resident that created the ticket, that this is an issue with FPL, this is an issue with the county. We suggest you call the county.
See, that's something that happens often, is that you hear people say, wow, there's a big pothole on Federal Highway, and why can't the city fix it? Well, it's a federal highway, and it's not within their jurisdiction. They don't have the ability to fix it. But so WPB Key will reach back and eventually tell you that this is the situation.
Yes, that will be a note. Everything now will be by the notes that are put into the comment section.
Wow. Okay. So let's go back to basics here. Obviously, it's an app, so you need to pull it down for your phone. Is the app available for both iPhone and for Android phones?
Yes, it is, Jerry.
Excellent.
Yes, it is, and we're so grateful for that.
So if we pull it down, then another question, which was kind of obvious, is it free?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is definitely, it's taken care of through the city, and it is a free app for our residents.
Fantastic. So really obviously, as you pointed out earlier, WPB Key has a way that if you were to go to the website, right, you could still make a request or bring something up there, but the convenience of having it on your phone is fantastic. And as you pointed out earlier, say if there is let's make something up, a broken street sign or a street sign, that I could take a picture of it, right? And include that
Absolutely.
in my request?
Absolutely. I experimented on my own.
Yeah.
I happen to be near where I frequent a lot. And I noticed that there were several potholes on this side road.
Right.
And so I did my due diligence and took pictures of it. I used WPB Key to create a ticket, and it is now in the lineup of being serviced. And the business owners that use this service road and the like, they were so grateful that I already created the ticket on their behalf, and now we have a ticket and we're waiting for them to service it.
That is great. That's great. So this is a fantastic tool to make requests, to bring up maintenance issues, to talk about things. One question here: can you use it, say, if you see people dumping trash? Could it be used as for illegal dumping, or is that something that really needs to be handled more through the police?
That would need to be handled really more through the police,
Right.
because of the time-sensitive matter.
Right.
And so forth. And WPB Key really focuses more on repair,
Sure.
resolve.
And there is a wide spectrum of things that you can report through WPB Key, which would be of use not only to the individual resident, but the entire neighborhood, to make changes. And it's fantastic. Okay, so we've had an opportunity to go over the premise of WPB Key. It's an opportunity to create a better communication flow with our residents using both the apps and the website. Is there any parting comment and any kind of thing you would like to share with residents about WPB Key and convincing them to get this on their phones?
Absolutely. I really would like to encourage all neighborhood associations to go ahead and do the 20-minute training that's available for you with WPB Key. Encourage all of your community to do that 20-minute training so that they will all be aware of this amazing tool. And I also offer my services if you would like to get in contact with me at crwright@wpb.org. I am a part of the task force that will support this work. And if you have any questions or just need a little bit more help, then I am here to be able to support and get that help for you. And look for me to be in your community. In the new year, I will be coming to the neighborhood associations, coming to the faith-based organizations, and all of the community centers to share and give out cards that have the information of WPB Key.
Charlotte, thank you for your time. You're obviously going to be a very, very busy person in the weeks and months to come. WPB Key is an amazing service that I know the city is going to be excited to bring residents, and it's going to be something that folks can download right off the website. And if you're interested, you just go in on the website, find the links to WPB Key, and you will get further information on how to find it in your various app stores. The City Center podcast is produced by the City of West Palm Beach. We hope you found today's discussion useful, and if you did, please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please write us at podcasts@wpb.org. Thank you so much for your time, and this is Jerry Marcello. We will see you next time.